morning students and welcome back to mathematics class once more. As last class we had seen the formula method of solving a quadratic equation and we had seen the formula as well as we had seen again the correct to two significant figure or decimal places. Hope you have gone through it and clarified everything as well as the long division method also clear to you. Now today we are going to see one more concept, that is the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. Nature of roots. For example, if you are taking the nature of roots means in the formula there is a term given b square minus 4ac. In the formula there is a term given b square minus 4ac and that term is known as the discriminant of the quadratic equation. Discriminant of the quadratic equation, and it is denoted by the letter capital D. Discriminant of the quadratic equation and it is denoted by the capital letter D. Now the nature of roots implies that, for example, if you are taking out an equation x square minus 4x plus 4. This is a quadratic equation and by factorization you are getting this equation. After factorizing you are getting x minus 2 into x minus 2. X minus 2 into x minus 2. That means x equal to 2. In both the cases you are getting x equal to 2. So both the cases the value, there are two roots but both the roots are same. Equal roots. Both the roots are same. Instead of that, if you are taking another equation, x square minus 6x plus 8. X square minus 6x plus 8. This is minus 4 minus 2. So you will get the equation x minus 4 into x minus 2 equal to 0. That means you are getting either x equal to 4 or x equal to 2. So you can see two different types of quadratic equation having different types of roots. First case, both the roots are same. You are having two values of x but both the values of x are same, and in the second equation you are getting again two values for x, both the values are different. That is meant by nature of roots. Now without solving the whole formula we can find out the nature of roots. That's what we are going to discuss today. Without solving the quadratic formula, the whole quadratic formula, it is not compulsory to solve. Without solving that, you can find the nature of roots. Nature of roots you can find out by using the discriminant. As I have told you, in our formula, there is a term given under root b square minus 4ac. So this b square minus 4ac without under root, this b square minus 4ac, that is known as the discriminant of the quadratic equation and it is denoted by the letter capital D. So if capital D is greater than 0, if the value of b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then we can say that the equation has two different distinct real roots. Two distinct real roots. Distinct real roots. Okay? And if the value of D, discriminant, is equal to 0, if the value of discriminant gets us 0, then both the values of x will be same. That means both the values of x, as we had seen now, x will be equal to 2, x will be equal to 2. So both the roots will be equal. Equation has two equal roots. Two equal roots. And if the value of D is less than 0, that means D is less than 0 means we are getting the under root as a negative value, because under root b square minus 4ac. So negative value square root is imaginary. There will not be any roots exist. So in that case, no real roots. So this is the nature of roots. Clear? So in the formula, in the quadratic formula, there is a term given as our formula is x equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac. So in that case, the term b square minus 4ac under root b square minus 4ac, that is known as the discriminant of the quadratic equation, discriminant, and is denoted by the letter capital D. So if this discriminant value, as in the last class we had seen, we were getting under root 45 in one of the question. So under root 45 means it is greater than 0. And I think in the second question we were getting under root 65. So under root 65 also more than 0. So both the cases you had seen, we got two different values of x. Now in the case if the value of d is equal to 0 comes, value of d equal to 0 comes means under root 0, that will be 0 only. So both the cases, see the formula, minus b plus or minus under root 0 comes. Under root 0 comes means this term there is no value, right? So you will get minus b upon 2a. Both the values will be same. So if the discriminant value is getting as 0, then we are having the value of, or the roots will be equal, both will be equal. And if any negative value, that means you have to listen. If you are getting any square root by a negative value square root we didn't study up to now. There is no square root for negative value, it's imaginary. As you know, minus 2 square also plus, minus 3 square also plus. So wherever we are taking the square root value, we are having the square root value with the positive only. So if this under root value comes as negative means that is not possible for calculation. So in that case, the roots value will be imaginary. That means there won't be any real root exist. Concept is clear. That is the nature of roots. So you have to note down this one. In the formula, discriminant will be known as b square minus 4ac, and this discriminant is denoted by the letter capital D. And if the value of d is greater than 0, you will get two different real roots. And if the value of d is equal to 0, you will have the equation will have two equal roots, and d is less than 0, no real roots. Now we are going to see the application of this concept. Application of this concept means you will have the question, find the value of k for which the equation has equal roots. Find the value of k for which the equation has equal roots. That means you are having a question, 9x square plus kx plus 1 equal to 0. What is given? Find the value of k given that the equation is having equal roots. Equation is having equal roots means what we have to do? We have to take the value of b square minus 4ac. As in the condition it is given the equation is having equal roots. You will equate the value equal to 0. That means according to question our d will be equal to 0. D will be equal to 0 means b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0. So b square means here a is getting as 9, b is k, and c is 1. A is 9, b is k, and c equal to 1. b square minus 4ac. K square minus 4 into 9 into 1 equal to 0. Right? So after solving you are getting k square, 4 9s are 36, minus 36 goes to that side means it will be plus 36. So you are getting k square equal to 36. If k square equal to 36 implies that k can take two values. We are going to take out the square root of 36. So k can be either plus 6 or minus 6. So this will be the answer. Find the value of k for which the equation has equal roots. So instead of that, find the value of k for which the equation has two real distinct roots given. then instead of equal to 0, what will you write? It is greater than 0. That case you are getting two values for k. K is greater than plus 6 or k is greater than minus 6. So according to the concept, you can solve the question. Or a little more bigger type, that means again we have to do the factorization and solve the values. Such a type of question also you can see. For example, if you are taking out a question, x square k minus 4 into x square, k minus 4 into x square plus 2 into k minus 4 into x plus 4 equal to 0. There is a question. Here also you have to find the value of k, and it is mentioned that equation has equal roots. Equation has equal roots. What to do? We are having a equal to k minus 4, b is equal to 2k minus 8 after removing the bracket, b equal to 2k minus 8 and c equal to 4, and given that equation has equal roots. Equation has equal roots given. Equal roots given means according to question our d will be equal to 0. D will be equal to 0 means you are getting d equal to 0. Hope you have noted down these three concepts. Discriminant d equal to b square minus 4ac. If you have not dictated, please note down in your copy. The value of discriminant is given as b square minus 4ac, and the discriminant value, if it is greater than 0, note down the equation is having two distinct real roots, and the value of d equal to 0, it implies that equation has two equal roots, and the value of d, if it is less than 0, then it implies that equation does not have any real root. If you have noted down, so okay, because I am going to wrap it to continue this problem. Alright, so this problem we are going to start here, then only it will be possible to complete it. Alright, so our question is k minus 4 into x square plus 2 into k minus 4 into x plus 4 equal to 0, and this equation is having two equal roots. Equation is having two equal roots given, and you have to solve and find the value of k. That's the question given. Solve and find the value of k. So for solving this, we have a condition given. The equation is having two equal roots. So according to the question, you are going to write d equal to 0. D equal to 0 means b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So you are going to take out, this is our a, this whole is b, and c is 4. So b square minus 4ac, that means 2k minus 8 whole square, b square minus 4ac, 4 into k minus 4 a into c, b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Then this is a minus b whole square form. A minus b whole square form means a square plus b square minus 2ab, 32k. Then 4 4s are 16. So minus 16k minus plus 64. Clear? A minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab, 2 into 2k into 8, 32k. Then 4 into 4, 16, minus 16 into k, minus 16k, again minus 16 into minus 4 plus 64. Right? Now, we are making it in the again. We are making solving, taking out the like terms. You are getting as 4k square minus 32k minus 16k is minus 48k plus 64 you will get as plus 128 equal to 0. Okay, you can simplify it by dividing throughout with 4. So you will get it as k square minus 12k plus 32 equal to 0. K square minus 12k plus 32 equal to 0. What is our concept? Find the value of k. Sometimes the question will be find the values of k. That means k is having more than one value, either this one or that one. So in this case you are getting again a quadratic equation or a trinomial. So you know to solve this question by factorization. By using applying the zero product rule, you can find the value of k. So here you are getting the sum as minus 12 and product as plus 32. Of course, you know the numbers will be minus 8 comma minus 4. So you are splitting the middle term, k square minus 8k minus 4k plus 32 equal to 0. Then applying the zero product rule, we are getting k into k minus 8 minus 4 into k minus 8 equal to 0 implies that either k minus 8 equal to 0 or k minus 4 equal to 0. Right? So either k minus 8 equal to 0 or k minus 4 equal to 0 implies that k equal to 8 or k equal to 4. Either k equal to 8 or k equal to 4. So we got two values for k. Either k takes the value 8 or k takes the value 4. So this is the concept, one of the concept today related with the quadratic equations. That means in the formula, in the quadratic formula, we had a formula already to solve the quadratic equation, and in the formula, the term b square minus 4ac, that is known as the discriminant of the quadratic equation. And without solving, without going for, as we had seen last class, there is a long procedure to find the roots of the quadratic equation by formula method. So without solving the formula, without solving whole procedure, we can find out whether the equation is having two different roots or whether the equation is having two equal roots or whether the equation is not having any roots. That we can find out by using the nature of our discriminant. The nature of our discriminant. If the discriminant value is greater than 0, of course our roots are two different values. Okay, and if the discriminant is equal to 0, of course our roots both will be same. And if the discriminant value is less than 0, it implies that we cannot find out the roots. The roots are imaginary. So that is the nature of the roots. May or may not have question. This is also important for you. Sometimes you can expect the questions from this part, but you cannot avoid it. It's also important. Find the value of k or find the values of k for which the equation has equal roots. Alright? I think the concept is clear. Just to note down this solution also. Mention there, equation has two equal roots. Find the values of k for which the equation has two equal roots. And in that case, according to our question mentioned that equation is having two equal roots. So according to our question, our discriminant will be equal to 0. Discriminant equal to 0 means b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0. So b square minus 4ac equal to 0 while substituting the values after taking out a minus b whole square as a square plus b square minus 2ab, then simplifying that bracket. Finally, after simplification, you are getting a quadratic equation. After getting the quadratic equation, we are applying by splitting the middle term by finding out two numbers. Then after getting the product form, Why? We are applying the zero product rule and equating it into 0. You are getting two values for k equal to 8 or k equal to 4. This is one of the concept related with the quadratic equation, nature of roots of the quadratic equation. Alright, hope you have noted down the solution. The works which I am giving on the blackboard that you have to do with your fair copy only, not here and there. Okay, these all are our fair works going on. Once the school reopens, we will continue with the remaining chapters only. By that time, your copy works will be clear there in your copy. Alright, don't write it here and there. Keep a fair copy for mathematics and do whatever the works I am giving as classwork as well as homework. Both should be do in the fair copy, not here and there. Okay, complete it in the fair copy. And I think within few more days you will be getting your books and copies there. By that time, whatever the concept I taught you, that all concepts, exercises are given in your textbooks. You can go through the textbooks, find out the answers. Already answers are also given in the textbook. So find out the answers, make clear the concepts. Okay. So today's homework you can note down. Today's homework related with this question. Okay. Today's homework related with this question. Just to note down. Find the value of k for which the equation has equal roots. Find the value of k for which the equation has equal roots. Note down value of k to find out. First question is x square plus 4kx plus k square minus k plus 2 equal to 0. This is your C. Constant C is k square minus k plus 2 equal to 0. Find the value of k for which the equation has equal roots. Then find the value of p. Equation has equal roots. Find the value of p for which the equation has equal roots. Px square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. One more question. Find the value of p for which the equation has equal roots. X square plus p minus 3 into x plus p equal to 0. This is find the value of k or find the value of p for which the equation has equal roots. And the second question, find the value of k for which the equation has two distinct real roots. Equation has two distinct real roots. Okay. That means you have to take the value greater than. Two distinct real roots or two distinct real and equal roots. Real and equal roots if it is given. Suppose in the question it is given as real and equal. Then you will equate d is greater than or equal to 0 given. Because it can be real or it can be equal. If it is real value means greater than 0 and distinct real and equal. It is mentioned. So that case you will take the value of the discriminant as greater than or equal to 0. So according to the question you have to write there. So in this question it is given two distinct real roots. Two distinct real roots. The first question you can note down. X square minus 2kx plus 7k minus 12 equal to 0. And the second question, 2p plus 1 into x square minus 7p plus 2 into x plus 7p minus 3. 7p minus 3 equal to 0. Alright. So these are the homework questions related with this topic, nature of roots of the quadratic equation, nature of roots. So I think concept is clear to you. Once more I am dictating in the formula. The value b square minus 4ac, the concept b square minus 4ac, that is known as the discriminant of the quadratic equation, and we can find out the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation without solving the formula. If the value of d is greater than 0, equation is having two distinct real roots, and if the value of d equal to 0, then the equation is having two equal roots, and the value of d is less than 0, there won't be any root. Alright? Okay. So just note down these all questions as homework. Homework questions you just note down. If you are having textbook, these are the questions given from exercise 5.4. Exercise 5.4. Few questions given. Okay. After getting your textbooks, from one of the exercise, minimum you have to solve minimum 8 questions in your classwork copy from each exercise. That means the different types of 8 questions you have to solve in your classwork copy. Okay. So I think it has already you have dictated these all questions as homework. Now we were dealing with the quadratic equation. First of all, we had seen what is the standard form of the quadratic equation. Then we had seen what are the roots of the quadratic equation. Thirdly, we found out the two methods of solving the quadratic equation. First method is factorization method, and the second method is formula method. And further today we had seen the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. We have one more concept remaining in this chapter, and that concept is very familiar to you. You are familiar with the word problems. So the last concept remaining in this chapter, that are word problems related with the quadratic equation. Word problems. Right? I think you are familiar with the word problems. We had seen several word problems since class 7 onwards. We were dealing with the word problems. We had seen word problems related with the linear equations. Then again, I think in class 8 you were having the quadratic equation. There you had seen few questions related with the quadratic equation. In class 9 we had seen simultaneous equations and the word problems related with the simultaneous equation. So here the last concept also, word problems of the quadratic equation. Last concept is word problems. Word problems related with the quadratic equations. Word problems we are going to see. So I cannot dictate all the word problems related with the quadratic equations. As you know, word problems writing on the board is not possible. Once you will get the textbook, hope most of you already arranged some textbooks, and if you have gone through the textbooks, you can see the word problems given over there. We will have word problems of quadratic equation questions we will have in the exam too, and how to solve the word problems, it is familiar to you, but once more I am explaining. We will have one or two unknown quantities given in the question. Either one quantity or two quantities. So if two quantities are there, there will be two connections, two relations. So first relation you will connect in terms of one variable, and the second relation you will connect with the variable. Finally, you will make a quadratic equation. After connecting, you will write the relation, and then after solving the equation, simplifying the equation, you will get a quadratic equation. Here we can use only one variable because we are dealing with the quadratic equation in one variable. So we will connect the equation with one variable only. Right? Suppose the sum of two numbers is given as 7. Sum of two numbers, of course, you will write x plus y equal to 7. But you will take, let one number equal to x. One number equal to x. Then of course y will be 7 minus x only. So the other number, that is what I told, we can take the relation in terms of one variable only, not with two variables. Because we are dealing with the word problems of quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is having only one variable. So the other number you will write it as 7 minus x. Okay. This is the one condition given. The sum of two numbers is 7. And the difference of their squares is 81 or something. Difference of their squares according to the question. So difference of their squares means you will take the greater number of x there. So difference of their squares comes x square minus 7 minus x whole square is equal to 144, whatever a number given. Okay, so then you will simplify this equation. You will simplify this equation and afterwards you will factorize it and find the value of x. So that's what I told. If there are two conditions or two numbers unknown given, one of the number you will take it as x and the second number you will connect in terms of x. One of the number you will take as x and the second number you will connect in terms of x. Then you will go for the second condition what is given in the question and connect to that conditions, make the relation, make an equation. After making the equation, make it in the standard form. Make it in the standard form, then solve for x. After getting it in the standard form, around 45-46 questions already given in your textbook plus some examples are given. So, after going through this all, I think it will be clear to you. Okay? We are having questions related with the natural numbers, whole numbers, two-digit numbers, then age problems, speed distance problems, and then many last year length, breadth, height, then cost price, selling price. So different concepts we had seen up to now. Almost all these concepts questions are given. So what to do? We will read the questions many times, then take the variable, take the unknown variable as x. If two variables, two unknown quantities are given, one of the quantity we will take as x and the second quantity we will connect in terms of x. Then according to the condition we will frame a concept, an equation. Frame the condition. Frame the condition in terms of x. And after framing the condition we will solve and make it into the standard form of quadratic equation. Once if you got to the question in the standard form, all these questions, all these word problems are going to solve with the factorization method, because most probably age problem, speed problem, okay, length, breadth problem, that won't come as a more decimal places. It will be a perfect quantity, of course, or with one decimal, 7.5, 6.5, like this only the normally the questions come. Okay, so connect the equation, then factorize it, then you have to think of, if you are getting, as I have told you, if you are getting x minus 6 into x plus 8 equal to 0, after factorization you are getting x minus 6 into x plus 8 equal to 0. So by applying the zero product rule, you will get either x equal to 6 or x equal to minus 8. And the question, it is given the sum of two natural numbers. So after solving you are getting x equal to 6 or x equal to minus 8. Natural number cannot come in negative. So you will take according to our concept natural number given. So x cannot be negative. In that case the number will be 6 only. Or in the same way speed given. Speed given, there also you are getting one positive value, one negative value. Think of, speed cannot be negative, age cannot be negative, dimensions cannot be negative, the number digit cannot be negative. Only in the case of integers we can take both positive value and negative value. Otherwise, of course, we will go for the positive. Most probably, we will go for the positive. Cost price, selling price cannot be negative. So, whatever the concept given, so read the question and check the concept. It can be positive or negative or both the values. So, most probably, we are having all the concepts related with the positive quantity. We will take the positive quantity of x only and then we can solve it. Suppose you are having a question. Suppose you are having a question. A bus is traveled 80 km at a certain speed. 80 km at a certain speed. Speed is unknown. So you will take the speed as x kilometer per hour. As the distance is given in kilometer, we will take the speed as x kilometer per hour. And due to rain, the speed has been reduced to 4 km per hour. So due to heavy rain, what happened? The speed, normally the normal speed given was x kilometer, and the second case the speed is reduced to 4 km, means second case the speed comes as x minus 4. And there it took the same distance. It took the same distance to cover 1 hour extra. Okay, so how can you? There is a time difference. In second case also the distance is same 80 km only, but the second case as the speed is reduced, the bus is taking 1 hour extra. So this you can connect in different way. In different way you can connect it. First case means the first case the time taken will be distance upon speed. First case. And the second case time taken will be distance upon speed. And what is given? This one takes 1 hour extra. So this will be equal 1 hour extra. Right? Or this is the case taken less time and this is the case taken more time. And the difference between the time is given as 1 hour. So you can connect the question in different way. You can connect the question in different ways. So this is minus 1. Taken 1 hour extra means this will be less and this will be more. So to equate it will be minus 1. So again you can connect it. How will you connect it? This case takes the more time. So it will be at the first 80 upon x minus 4. And the second case it takes less time, minus 80 upon x. And the difference between the time is given as 1 hour. So this is the condition as I have told you. This is the condition. According to the question we have to make. If you make the question, if you make the condition correctly, there is no problem. Now you can simplify this question. And you can make the question in the standard form. Then you can factorize it. If you know, I think you know to simplify this question. 80x, after taking out the LCM, you will get 80x minus 80 into x minus 4. And denominator it will be x into x minus 4 equal to 1. Now you can simplify it. So after simplifying, you will get a quadratic equation. And make the quadratic equation in the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then you can simplify it. So this is the last concept related with the quadratic equation. There will be one question in the board examination too. Quadratic equation made problems. Okay, 3 marks or 4 marks question. In the board examination also it will come. And most of the students are facing problem to connect it. So what to do? What you have to do? Read the question several times. After reading, find out the unknown quantity given in the concept. Find out the unknown quantity. So after finding the unknown quantity, connect the unknown quantity with the conditions given. And after making the conditions, you can simplify and make the standard form of the equation. Then simplify it with the factorization method. So these are the concepts related with this chapter, quadratic equations. I think all concepts are clear to you. So once if you get the textbook or if you are having the textbooks, exercise 5.5, exercise 5.5, 46 questions are given. Exercise 5.5. 46 questions given. Okay, 46 questions given, and you can all these 46 questions, I think all these 46 questions, this is the textbook for you, Avijay Publishing Company. So all these 46 questions, if I show you, you can see consecutive natural numbers, consecutive integers. Integers case we will take both positive value as well as negative value. Then consecutive even integers, positive integers given. Positive integers means we can take only positive value. Sum of two numbers, fractional numbers I didn't mention. Fractional numbers given. Then numerator, denominator, two-digit number given. Rectangular, garden, length, breadth problems given. So if you are having the textbook, if you go through, you can see length, breadth given, perimeter questions given, right angle, triangle problems given. Then students are arranged in rows and columns. Rows and columns problems you know. So rows and columns auditorium it is arranged. Then speed, distance, time, what I have shown now. Speed, distance, time problems are given. Aeroplane, that also boat, upstream, downstream problems given. Then equally dividing. Rupees 480 is equally dividing among the number of students. So number of students. So equal division given, cost price, selling price, then hotel bill, age problems. So these are the different concepts given in this chapter, in this topic, quadratic word problems. So these are the topics related with the quadratic equation. So I think we have almost covered two chapters. The first chapter, linear inequality. There is only one concept over there, that is solving and finding the solution set, then representing the solution set on the number line, inequality. One question will be there from inequality. And the second chapter we had seen few more concepts. Solving a quadratic equation by factorization. So that's what I told you in the beginning. Factorization, from factorization the questions can arise very rarely only, as we are dealing with the word problems at the last. So there will be a word problem in the examination, and most probably the word problems we are going to solve with the factorization. So I have told you while I was teaching the factorization method, I have told you we will be dealing the factorization method at the last. That is what I have mentioned. So we were using the factorization method for solving the word problems of the quadratic equations. And then we had seen the formula method. Formula method is very important, and be very clear about the long division method of formula method of quadratic equation, and then as well as correcting it to two decimal places or correct it to two significant figure or three significant figure according to the question. Then today we had seen the nature of roots of the quadratic equation as well as the word problems related with the quadratic equation. So now you are having much time, because 3 or 4 subjects only daily you are seeing. So afternoon you are free. Go through the word problems and read the word problems several times. Of course, if you read once or twice or thrice, by that time the concepts or the idea will be clear. What to do, what is unknown, and what all quantities we have to find. The idea will be clear to you. Then connect the equation. After connecting the equation, make the equation, make a condition, frame the formula, and after framing, make it in the standard form. Then simplify it with the factorization method. So this, among these 46 questions, you can note down the homework. Homework means in classwork you have to do. As I have told you, there are several questions given. So at least 2 questions from each topic. Each topic means 2 questions from number system, 2 questions from fractional numbers, 2 questions from two-digit numbers, 2 questions from length, breadth, height, 2 questions from perimeter, area, right angle, triangle, whatever given. Then rows and columns arrangement. Then speed, distance, time, age problem, upstream, downstream, hotel bill for staying in a hotel for this many days. Then upstream, downstream. So this all. cost price, selling price, minimum 2 questions per each topic. Solve in your classwork copy. These days, okay, within 4-5 days you all will be occupying with your textbooks. So after that there won't be any problem. Exercise 5.5, 46 questions are given. Minimum 26 questions should be there in your copy as classwork. That means the questions you have to solve from different topics. Different topics as I have mentioned you. Numbers, length, breadth, 2-digit numbers, the fractional numbers, area, perimeter, speed, distance, time. So these all different topics go through and frame the equation. After framing the equation, solve for x, make the quadratic equation form, then factorize it, find the value of x and listen. Speed, distance and all positive values only you will take. So according to the positive value you have to find out maybe two terms you have to calculate. So both the cases you have to calculate by taking the positive value. So these all are the concepts related with the quadratic equation. So this chapter is also going to complete today. Hope all these concepts are clear to you, and next class we will see with a new topic. By the time, make it clear about the linear inequalities and quadratic equations. Quadratic equations, different topics, different concepts are there. All these concepts, make it clear and be ready with these all terms. Okay, thank you. See you in the next class.